Ella and her friends, Tom, Liam, and Maya, were ecstatic. Winter break had finally arrived, and with it, a chance for adventure. They had planned a weekend getaway to a secluded cabin in the mountains. The drive was filled with laughter, anticipation, and the promise of snowy escapades. As they drove deeper into the mountains, snowflakes began to fall. At first they were small, delicate flakes that danced in the wind. The friends watched in awe as the landscape transformed into a winter wonderland. The snow-covered trees sparkled like diamonds, their branches heavy with the weight of the fresh powder. The air grew crisp and cold, invigorating their senses. They couldn't wait to build a snowman, have snowball fights, and simply revel in the beauty of their surroundings. As the day wore on, the snowfall intensified. The wind howled like a banshee, whipping the snow into a blinding frenzy. The once charming flakes transformed into icy daggers, stinging their faces. Visibility decreased rapidly, and the road ahead became treacherous. The friends' excitement began to give way to unease as they realized the severity of the storm. The car skidded precariously on the slick road, and the wind buffeted the vehicle, threatening to spin them off the mountain. Fear gnawed at their insides. They were trapped in a blizzard with no sign of civilization for miles. They huddled together in the car, their breath forming clouds in the frigid air. The silence was broken only by the roar of the wind and the relentless pounding of snow against the windows. They knew they had to find shelter, and fast. Just when their hope began to dwindle, a faint light pierced through the swirling snow. Squinting through the windshield, Liam spotted a silhouette in the distance. As they drove closer, the silhouette materialized into a small wooden cabin, partially hidden by the snowdrifts. The cabin seemed to materialize out of the storm, a beacon of hope in their desperate situation. With renewed determination, Liam gripped the steering wheel and carefully maneuvered the car towards the structure. Relief washed over them as they pulled up to the cabin. They piled out of the car and into the relative calm, their bodies weary from the harrowing journey. The storm raged around them, but in that moment, all that mattered was the sanctuary they had found. Section 4. The cabin's embrace. The door creaked open, revealing a cozy interior bathed in the warm glow of a crackling fire. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafted through the air, inviting them in. It was as if the cabin itself was welcoming them, offering warmth and solace from the unforgiving storm. A sense of relief washed over them as they stepped inside and closed the door on the blizzard's fury. The cabin was small but surprisingly well maintained. A fire crackled merrily in the hearth, casting dancing shadows on the wooden walls. A table in the center of the room was set with plates and silverware, as if awaiting their arrival. The warmth of the fire, the smell of the bread, and the unexpected hospitality of the setting were a stark contrast to the treacherous journey they had endured. It was almost too good to be true. Section 5. Shadows and Whispers. As the friends settled into the cabin, a strange uneasiness began to creep in. The shadows cast by the flickering fire seemed to writhe and twist, taking on menacing forms. They heard soft whispers carried on the wind, whispers that seemed to come from within the walls themselves. Maya shivered, pulling her coat tighter around her. "Did you hear that?" she whispered, her eyes darting nervously around the room. Tom scoffed, trying to sound brave. "It's just the wind, Maya. Relax." But even he couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The cabin, once a welcome refuge, now felt oppressive, filled with an unseen menace.